Hey everybody, Scott here for the Helix channel. It is Thursday. Today, I'm going to do a little tutorial for you. I had a request to share my five favorite IRs. Well, I'm going to do that in a way, but I'm also going to show you how I use IRs and how to best use the IRs to get the kind of sounds you want. All right, this is the preset I'm using to demonstrate my favorite clean IRs. And, you know, there's a whole range of IRs. I'm just using a compressor, bit of some pitch shifting, the Watt low drive, great sounding clean amp, some EQ to clean up the bottom end. There's always some of that needed. Now on the bottom, I'm using a Supro 1A, which is a 1x12, and a Vox 15 1A, which is also a 1x12. So, you know, the bottom, as you can read them here, 1x12s, 2x12s, fat 2x12s, and then 4x12 and a 2x12. And I'm just going to demonstrate the sonic differences between them. I'm going to have to continually unplug my microphone because we don't want to hear any stupid pick noise, because that's bullshit. All right, so here's the first bit, and this comes from my little song from Monday. There you go, good stuff. And you're going to notice that the size is what really changes when you go from, you know, one set of IRs to the next. The 1x12s, it just sounds smaller. And when I go to the next set of 2x12s, or the first set of 2x12s, are meant to sound very crystally clean. So I'm using a Fender, which is the best one for the crystal clean, and the Roland. These are all 3 Sigma Audio IRs, by the way. And the Roland JC120, this is a 1B, which means it was used, a solid state amplifier was used to capture this one. And the top one is a 5A, which means it was a tube amplifier that captured that sound. So let's hear that one. Now moving on to the fat 2x12s. The differences here are I'm using the 3A and the 3A of a Vox and the Bad Cat. These are both 2x12s, and the 3A is it basically means if the, say, 1A was, you know, right dead center of the speaker cone, 2A is just off center, 3A is a little further off, 4A, and then 5. Well, not the A, but the, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And 5 is right at the edge of the dust cover, so in between the you know, the cone and the actual paper. You know what I'm saying? So and it's an interesting thing. The 3A is the warmest sounding to me. Well, actually 2 and the 4 are, but they just sound unnaturally bassy to me. I don't really care for them much. So I use 1A, 3A, and 5A primarily. And 3A is warmest. 5A is actually a little bit brighter. It's interesting. So let's hear these. Now moving on to the 4x12 combination and a 2x12. The 2x12 is a Bad Cat 3A, which is a warm sounding 2x12. And then the High Watt, which is my favorite, you know, 4x12 to be used with clean guitar sounds. And you'll just, you'll hear, here's what I'm gonna do. After I play this one, then I'm gonna quickly cycle through the other ones, and you'll just hear the you know, you'll know what the differences are. Now you see what I'm saying. So let's move on to the dirty ones. And I'm just going to do the exact same thing, right after the other. And this one is just using the same everything. The amp just has more gain, more drive to it. And the 2x12s are Bad Cat and Vox. And then the 4x12s, High Watt and Marshall 1960V. Thoroughly enjoy both of them. But you'll hear the differences. Moving on to the heavy stuff. I've got two, snapshots here. One for rock, one for metal. The rock one is the top, and that is all the other stuff is the same basically, but I've put a Brit Plexi in there with a medium amount of gain. And the bottom is an Angle Meteor with, quite a bit more gain. And the top one for IRs, it's using a High Watt and a Marshall 1960V, which are it's my favorite combination for rock stuff. And then for metal stuff, I just love the Uber cab. And I'm using a pair of Uber cabs, one with the 3A and one with the 5A. So let's go between the two. There you go, everybody. If you would like to pre-order the 90s Rock preset package, it's still available. There's a link in the description. Just click the Show More tab. It's right there on top. I'm going to be going to the rehearsal room on Sunday, setting the volumes for all of those, and then shipping them out to everyone that's pre-ordered. And then after that, they'll be on the website for everyone else to purchase if you, at your leisure. If you don't want to have it first, that's totally cool. It's no secret that I'm not a big fan of the stock cabs in the Helix. The IRs really made it worthwhile for me and made it feel like a real amplifier. And that's what it's all about for me. It had to feel like a real amp, otherwise I wasn't going to use it. I would have gone back to using, whatever the fuck else I was using. The Kemper, the Atomic Amplifier, or the Marshall JMP1, which is a real amplifier and pretty goddamn sweet. But turns out the Helix can be made to feel like a real amplifier through the clever use of IRs. So, there you have it. And, I'm a big fan of the 3 Sigma. I like the Own hammers as well. The 3 Sigmas just fit my, personal sonic ideas of what fits. So, use whatever you like. But, use the right IR for the job is the takeaway from this. So, I'll see you tomorrow with another Free Set Friday. And until then, rock on.